Hi, this is just a short piece on how you can use different implements like a foam roll, small med balls, fit sticks or tennis balls in order to do some muscular release or myofascial release to try and loosen out your muscles. A lot of this should be done before you do exercise, so it's just to try and iron out those knots or tightness in the muscles so then they can kind of function and work much better for you. In particularly tight areas where I see people getting tight a lot is in the glutes and in the shoulder areas, and generally in the hip and shoulders are the main two that people tend to get problems with. Then do it a little bit more frequently, even if you're on a non-training day, use it, and then stretch an awful lot afterwards. Whereas if you're going into a normal routine, then I would do the rolling first and then make your stretching more dynamic so you're kind of more warmed up for that. So let's say if for example you were using a small medicine ball to try and loosen out your glutes, you would lift off and then just roll onto the tight spots in your glutes, really in what's called your piriformis. You tend to drop the knee down, that will open out the hip joint, find a tight spot, tends to be up where the back pocket, kind of the top of your back pocket and to the side slightly, and then just grind into it. If you find a tight spot that's very tight, you can also just leave it on that spot and then just move or slide the leg up and down, and then that will work around the issue. And as I said, if you find very tight spots, just stay on it. You might even get some radiating pain down the leg, which again shows that if those areas are tight, like the piriformis, it tends to yank on the lower back, sometimes giving lower back problems, and sometimes giving knee problems down around the IT band, around the side of the knee. If you don't want to get one of these small red medicine balls, you can get it in most physio supply shops, like Physio Needs. You can just use a tennis ball. It doesn't work quite as well sometimes, because you'll tend to squash the ball a little bit, but it will work okay against the wall. Against the wall will work fine as well. Also as well, other implements you can use to loosen out different areas would be what's called a fit stick. You can buy these online on www.thestick.com, and you can use it to massage out, and that's in front of your shins if you're having some tightness there, on your calves, on the lower back as well. You can kind of massage in that way also. It's mainly you're going to use it a lot for your legs, or particularly for yourself. If you're doing it yourself, you would use it on your thighs, and ideally if you can, get somebody else to do your calves for you. Somebody who has a bit of experience would be most beneficial. But you can use it yourself, and some of the good implements to use. Now getting on to the main tool, which would be a foam roll. Again, you'll get these in most physio supply shops. If you're rolling your quads, you move onto your forearms, make it nice and long. Again, if you hit some tight spots, stay on them and work in a little bit deeper. Most people are going to be cycling the IT band, which runs down the side of the leg, so try and stack the legs and bring it up on top. If that's too difficult for you to do initially and it's really sore, then just place one leg forward and work into the IT band like that. Again, you can use it for your calves also, so just plonk the legs up, cross over, change your toe angle according to where you feel that it's tight for you. For me, that's where it hits most, and so I grind into that again, stopping on points that I find are very tight, and just releasing that tension. If I was to use it for my lower back, I would just prop myself up, keep my abs nice and tight, and then just work into my lower back, just going to the side, a little bit like that, and over onto the other side. Working into the shoulders, generally take your arms out, it tends to work better because it opens up the shoulder joint. Work into the lats by sliding slightly, and then that will help to try and loosen out your shoulder area a little bit more. So you can use either the foam roll, the fit stick, any type of ball will work to kind of loosen out tightness in the shoulders or glutes. Again, if you're using the ball, same situation as the foam roll, but a little bit more specific, so you can kind of work into the rotators there, find the spots a little bit tight for you. Generally, if you're having a problem at the front of the shoulder, problems not always at the front, that's the issue. Problems generally around the back that needs to be loosened out. So do this, and then if you're about to do a workout, just make your stretching a little bit more dynamic. If you're just doing this on kind of a recovery day or at home, you'll do the foam rolling or whatever type of rolling you're doing, and then do your stretching afterwards for the appropriate area. It's a very good way of making sure your muscles can function properly, because if they're very tight, they don't tend to function that well at all. So thanks for your time.